I get this change, man. Do a little thing. I'll find it somewhere between here and whatever. Hey, Instagram, it's me, T from the Patterson's taking the train to the bed. Whoa. Actually, I'm taking the bus now to see the bus. What's my ticket at? The bus to Cape Town. Be there for until the end of the week. Well, whatever. Friday, Thursday, something like that. But then I get on the plane to Ethiopia because we got that important reparations conference. There you go. I thought I'd check in with you because I'm moving again. You know what I mean? And it's interesting, you know. Since I've been in South Africa since 2003, something like that, and I've been a lot of different realities, right? So I was walking to the train station, but to the bus. Well, it's actually a train station, but it's the bus station. The train's not running anymore. Don't worry about that part. Anyway, in King, we were in King Williamstown, Lone Say, whatever they're calling it these days. Anyway, so I was walking from a place called Checkers here. It's about a mile and a half, 2 miles at the most. You know what I mean? I walk all the time. You know, out there. So I'm walking. So this brother comes and says, "Hey, Prof, where you going?" Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Now you see, here's the thing. When people call me Prof, I mean like professor. You know, and you have to remember, when somebody says if you're a professor, it just means that you're a teacher. Maybe at a higher level, but you're a teacher at a whatever level. You know what I mean? You know, that's all it means. You don't have to have a degree. You just gotta be teaching at a higher level. Okay, here we go. But if people say, the thing is, people say brother, they might say me from the township or something like that, or they might know me when I was teaching at the UCT, University of Cape Town, because my title was brother. I wasn't professor, doctor, nothing like that. It's brother. It's official. You can see the attendance, the brother's class. You know? So it depends on where I am. You know. But anyway, so as for Fort Hare, everybody called me Prof because I was older student. It was like Mangalisa Robert-Sabukwe. I'm not claiming to be Mangalisa Robert-Sabukwe. I'm just saying he was an older student when he went there, and therefore blah blah blah. So anyway, the point is, so a lot of people know me from there, and just being here in this area in the Eastern Cape. And so, we started talking, you know, and we was talking, and so we was walking down. He knows this particular brother. He knows everybody. This is his beat. He knows everybody. So he was going someplace far, and so we walked a little bit, and then he got a taxi. I mean, a car taxi, not a quantum taxi, not a van taxi, because he knows everybody. And it was only a short. I only had like maybe a little bit more to go to get to the bus station for my 5:30 bus. So, yeah, 5:30 bus, whatever time the bus is. I'm always early. I got to be early. Why? Because things happen. Anyway, so he paid. You know, it was only like paid on. Anyway, he paid me because we had a little conversation about blah blah blah. And so now here I am, way ahead of time, and I had this thing like. My wife did the same thing. Why are you leaving so early? I say, look, when I'm traveling, the day that I travel, I consider that a whole travel day. So I want to be placed way on time, before time. I want to see what's going on. Any the kerfuffles and stuff like that, I got to know. This is my modus operandi. Look, I've been traveling since 1989. I mean, officially, when I say traveling, I mean out of the States, you know? And so, and this stuff happens, and I've been caught. Well, I've been caught. I've always escaped stuff. Anyway, so that's what it is. So the only thing, so I only have 2 bags as usual. Remember, I told you we only carry 2 bags, right? That's the traveler's code. You travel with 2, you try, you know. But see, don't worry about all that. But we'll talk about that later when I get to Cape Town. But the first time I'm carrying this, I carried another stick that I left in Virginia. I carried that from my bamboo stick I carried from India to Virginia. But this is my wooden stick, my Eastern Cape stick. My Eastern Cape stick that I'm carrying now. See? And the reason why I got it, see, I just got this thing on here, but I'm going to get it so that somebody drills a hole through here and puts a leather on there like that. But see, the man's face up there. I think I got it from a Rasta, like that. I'm pretty sure I got it from Rasta. I'm absolutely sure I got it from Rasta and King. Same says the carving up top. So I'll go to the airplane like this, and you know what they'll do? Oh, did you know this? I found out the last time I went because I just turned. Yeah, I just turned. Where was I? Oh, I was coming back. I was coming someplace, and I was coming back from the States to. I was going someplace, and I found out if you're 75 and older, you don't. You no longer when you get in the plane, you no longer have to take off your shoes or your belt. Something like that. And plus, I'm an old man. If I walk with this cane, the first thing I ever, do you need a wheelchair? That's the gonna ask you, right? No, I say no, but if you check it in and you keep the wheelchair, then when you're going through the passport, when they let you out the country or whatever it is, then they just assume you're in front of the line, right? And then they get you. It's a convenience that I guess I've earned it, you know. But see, I was thinking about this because I was told the amount of help they give you at the airport these days. I think because my ticket, what happened? There's this airport fees, you know, and the airport fees, you know, you don't know what that is. Well, I don't know what it is, but you break it down, and it's like the cost of your particular flight going to the air terminal. They got to pay for that. I guess the maintenance of the plane, or the cleaning off the ice, de-icing, or whatever the plane, so the plane can fly smooth and stuff like that. All that stuff is so now in a place like I went through Dubai the last time. Dubai, yeah. Beautiful airport there. I mean, they got the canopy and everything like that. Anyway, when I was going through there, I realized, I mean, they make sure you get to your connection. They got carts, they got wheelchairs, they make sure you get to the thing. So I guess you're paying for that too. So there you go. And I think did I tell you this before? Oh, let me tell you something. Right? Now, I wanted to use my. I thought I'd like book online or something like whatever it is that I call my. The point is, if I try to use my debit card, which I couldn't because they only take rands, it's a little complicated. I don't want to get to that part right now. But the thing is, I just use my travel agency. Travel agency I've been using for years down here. I was going to like skip it, you know, because funds and stuff like that. But I said, no, let me use it. And then I realized those airport fees were still going to be added to the ticket price that they give you because the ticket just flying, you know what I mean? So the airport fee that I pay, I think it's like 400 more rand, whatever it is, right? To me, first of all, there's a couple of things. It's the way I think too. I want this agency, it's a small agency. Oh, like it's an agency, a travel agency. It's not like the big flight center or something like that. It's a smaller agency, local from King, right? So I want to support them, right? Because I want them to continue to exist. So when I need them, then I need them, right? But the other thing is that when you book from an agency, right, then that agency is responsible for blah, 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 blah. If you book online or something like that, you might be talking to somebody from, I don't know, they may be stationed in Singapore or India, or even they might be stationed someplace, and so something happens at the airport for your ticket or something like that. There's nobody to talk to. You can't call them up. There might be a different time zone, stuff like that. So by having an agency like that, then you really they make sure you get to where you get to. So I call it like insurance. You know what I mean? It's my insurance thing. So it's my insurance thing. As you get older, you want to save money. I say some things you don't really want to save money on. That's what I think. I could be wrong, right? So anyway, I'd just rather spend a little bit of extra money, get that little extra security, blah blah blah. And I was getting anyway. So that's my whole spiel on that, right? But I also was thinking, when you do that thing, you have what's called a third party. I heard this thing happen here to indicate through the Bucks line. Somebody had bought their ticket from ShopRite, because you get tickets from other shops, or like a third party, call it third party, right? But the person had a complaint or something like that, and they tried to do it at the bus station, but they can't. The bus station can't do anything because they didn't sell you the ticket. A third party sold you the ticket, and if that third party says at a till at ShopRite, at the counter at ShopRite or wherever it is, or Checkers, wherever they're selling these tickets at, then if you happen to run into a dummy or something like that, something happens. Well, you got to go back to check to them. Hey, I'll just say, yeah, do your research. So now, I'm happy. I'm on the move, and we'll see what happens. Oh, I spent the morning at my place at Galaxy, just a little snack and charging up my phone and stuff like that. That's why I usually charge my phone. But all those people know me. What I'm trying to say, a lot of people know me around here. So they see me coming. I guess I'm distinguished looking. so a lot of people know me for like, I've been here 20 whatever years. And so this area, I've been here 10 years. Oh yeah, 10 years. No, 11 years, whatever it is. And then other times in Cape Town. So I know a lot of people, a lot of places. Not that I try to make friends and stuff like that, because I'm not that kind of, well, I am not that kind of person. I want to make a lot of friends at this conference, at this Reparations conference. It's the most important conference. So if you got, it's on the 6th and the 7th. That's next weekend, whenever it is, 6th and 7th. So I encourage anybody that's into reparations from the Caribbean or Africa or the diaspora, meaning the States and all that stuff, then this is the conference to go to. I think it's going to be a very significant conference. It's going to be something. And I plan to do some writing, I plan to do some stuff, because we got some stuff happening in DeBrother that's amazing. Oh, you wait, give me a month, in about 6 months, even less than that, I'll show you some stuff like from DeBrother, what we're doing at the Hotel House. Oh, unbelievable. We started the Hotel House about 2 years ago. And it was just my idea of having a community center, right? And it would serve the community. But I'll get into it when I get to the Hotel House. Anyway, so it's been going swimmingly well. I give it about another year before we get to where we want to be, and then it'll be like a few years after that we really spread this thing out. It's gonna be a stone gas, honey. Little black. Okay. All right. So let me go. I just wanted to talk to you. Why? I had nothing else to do. I got to wait for the device. I talk to you maybe tomorrow morning I'll talk to the Blue Light Brigade. Yeah, I'll give you I should be up. I don't know. I'll holler at you in a bit. Take care.